Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well.
Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here just outside of Seattle. Vinny and Jen are in the studio and I'm at home. So we welcome you to the show. We hope we have a lot of fun this hour. We always have fun. We love doing the show. And one of the things that I think would be fun to talk about today is how intuition communicates, like how your body communicates. We'll go into some nice discussions about that today as well, so that you can start to lock into the vibration of insight. There's a different vibration from your mind. And even though the third eye is in your brain, your intuition doesn't originate in logic. It's not a logical experience. It doesn't make any sense actually to the logical mind, but your third eye projects information. So it acts like a television screen. So you can see, hear, or feel whatever your intuition is bringing to you. And of course, that comes from outside of your body, from the second layer of your auric field, the emotional response system. But we're going to talk about what it feels like, the differences, throughout the show, so that maybe you'll get that felt sense of it and start to hone in on it regularly and start to disconnect from the things that you thought were intuitive that aren't, so that it just makes your life easier. It keeps your anxiety low and allows your adrenal glands to function better, keeps your cortisol level at a healthy area. If you ignore your mind, you need to really, really ignore your mind when it comes to insight, because it really doesn't know anything about it.
Perfecto. How are you doing?
Yay. Good, thank you. Yeah. I mean, forgot to put my mascara on this morning, but oh well,
Now, Marie, I've explained this over and over and over again. You don't need
it's
it.
perfectly fine. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm someone who doesn't really like to wear a lot of makeup, but of course I do more now that I do video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to. I didn't put foundation on, or I just put eyebrow pencil on, which is great. Yeah.
I have the same problem.
Yeah. I know, right?
I totally do.
Yeah.
All right.
One of those things. Yeah.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in, and energyintuitive.com if you want to go online and find out more about Marie. Until then, let's take our first caller of the hour, and it's Nicole calling in from our sister city down in Portland, Oregon. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nicole. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. What can I do for you?
First, I should just let you know, I was the caller a few months ago that asked, well, you guided me to find my joy in swing dancing.
Oh, okay.
And I appreciated that very much. And I do enjoy it very much. It floats me all week long when I do go. I need to commit deeper to it. Sometimes the kids' needs prevent me from leaving home at night, but it really has been bringing me a lot of joy. Yeah, it's really fun. It's so much fun.
I'm so proud of you, because once you find something, and granted, over time, maybe that something will change, but once you find something that really makes you happy, you're in the connected zone. It's much easier to ask intuitive questions. When things start to show up that are in your best interest, you recognize them because you recognize that feeling of joy and you start gravitating towards it. So congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you. And thank you.
Yes.
So I had a more medical type question, and then I heard your introduction about today's theme. And now I'm wondering, maybe I should take a different approach, because this idea of trying to discern intuition from like mental decision making is an interesting topic also in my current crossroads. I'm navigating something tricky, trying to balance letting go, manifesting, holding high vibration, but also needing to plan and make decisions on next steps that include strategies and things like that. So,
Right.
given today's theme, maybe maybe that's what I should be asking more about that. It's been tough. It's a stressful situation. It's yeah, it's been a little tough. So I'm not so sure exactly how to ask my question, but
Right. Yeah, and I'm so sorry it's been hard. A lot of not everyone's had to go through, modern medicine to get well, or to eradicate something in their body. And so and when people do, they don't even talk about it. We're very stoic here in the United States. So people don't know what you go through, what individuals go through, or the choices they have to make when something needs to be healed. It has to be removed, out of the body in some way, shape, or form. So it can be very overwhelming when all of a sudden you're in that system.
well, let me be more specific, maybe more clear.
Okay.
So my medical thing is so low level but annoying that I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
really entered into the whole medical, like, navigate those
Mm.
decisions. What I was
Hmm.
actually referring to about the stressful situation I'm in is a whole different area of my personal life. So they're kind
Mm.
of two separate categories. Although, because of the Venn diagram of life, I mean, I'm sure the one affects the other. But yeah,
So you're
this medical
basically
thing,
talking about are you talking about your relationship then?
yeah.
Yeah. So so we'll take away the medical model, and because
Okay.
when something's weird with the relationship, you're then going to have to do something to eradicate it, right? Or heal it. Something has to happen. It may even be more from a modern approach, potentially. But what I'm hearing overall is that you really need to listen to yourself, and you really need to believe yourself, because I think you
Mhm.
keep getting confused. I think that you get clarity about what you're feeling, about what's going on for you, about what's not working. And
Mhm.
then there's this lack of inner trust that you have for yourself. And so when perhaps you have the conversation with your partner or with other people, you then start to go backwards. You start to get back to your place of over compromising, because that's basically what happened, I think, to be where you are, that feels urgent or acute, if you will. We're just
Mhm.
using medical law, words, even though this isn't about medicine. Um, and so then you backpedal and go, oh, okay, everything's fine. Never mind. I'm overreacting, or whatever it is that you come to some sort of conclusion, which relaxes you temporarily. And then something happens again within the relationship. You're like, well, wait a minute, So I want you to listen and to believe you, because the back and forth isn't helping. It's like you guys aren't going to be able to fix whatever's occurring if you're going back and forth. It's kind of a mixed message. And I kind of get the feeling that you're the only one that's really working on the relationship.
Well, you we're we know it's over.
Okay,
We know
good.
it's
All
over.
right.
We
So
know it's over. So the question is how to structure the exit. And so that
well,
is the
you
decision
get
making that.
lawyers and they help you.
And are the lawyers really being helpful? Do I have the right one? The strategies, those are that's what I'm in the middle of.
And are you still in this relationship? Like, are you cohabitating still?
No.
Okay. Does the person have access to your house, or because I don't feel this person, you feel like you're cohabitating. I believe you, of course, but it feels like you're cohabitating. So
Oh, that's
is there
interesting.
some sort of connection going on that I'm not understanding?
Hmm. Well, now I'm getting scared to talk about it publicly.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All
I'm
right.
getting nervous.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't have to talk about
Yeah.
it.
And also,
Okay.
there's lawyers, but then a mediation too always helps out. There's always that possibility. It's where
It
someone's in the
won't, I
middle and
don't
they.
think it will work in this
Oh, really?
situation.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, sometimes I think mediation works when you have people who are willing to be forthright and honest and fair.
Good point.
And I don't feel that's across the board here in this relationship. So I think you need to trust your lawyer. You need to find a lawyer that is a little tough, not too nice. And then I think you need to like kind of get out of the way and let your lawyer broker this exchange for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think you can understand how it's the intersection of thinking versus intuition here.
Yeah, but this is my intuition. So my intuition is telling you that you can't be too nice. You've been too nice. That's part of the problem. And now there are laws. There are laws that protect you, and your job is to let those laws pan through.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's hard. I know it's really hard, but you're just going to have to turn this over to the attorneys and let this happen.
Yeah, I just need to use the intuition thing to see if I have the right attorney.
They just need to be a little tough. They'll be very nice to you, but a little tough.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be too nice
Right.
because your person picked a very challenging lawyer, and so you
Isn't
need to
that the
have
truth?
lawyers that are going to work in alignment.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole, for joining the show. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take now Myra calling in from Seattle. Hi, Myra.
Hi, good morning. Thank
Morning.
you for taking my call.
Sure.
Sure. What can we do for you, Myra?
I just want to know what my guides need me to know. I'm feeling like every aspect of my life is, it just feels uncomfortable. Like I need to make a change, but I don't know what direction.
Mm-hmm. You know,
So
sometimes
I
the
don't
most
feel like
Oh.
I'm listening to my intuition. It's like I don't, or my brain is getting in the way.
Sometimes when we feel lost, we're in the most powerful moment of existence. So it's okay to feel a little lost. It's okay to not know all the answers yet. It's okay to just be. And because from what I can see, nothing's terribly wrong. And you can agree or disagree with me regarding that. But it's really okay to be in that space, that emptiness, that space, if that makes sense.
Yes, maybe it's just impatience on my part.
Right. Well, humans, the way we use our brains is we want to know the answer right away. We want to know the solution. We want to have it figured out. We want to know the whys, the hows. All of that logical information is not intuitive, actually, because the universe loves to do one thing in particular. I mean, it loves to do a lot of things, but one thing in particular consistently wants to do for the human world, and that is surprise us. It wants you to feel surprised. It wants you to feel delighted. It wants you to go, oh wow, that happened, because it wants you to feel the magic that you're a part of. And so when we're in our brain trying to figure it out, analyze it, weighing the pros and cons, wanting to know the why, we're even slowing down the process. We're making it difficult for the energy to come in. We're actually pushing it away. So if you could just be okay in the not knowing, but I love that you want things to change. I think that's excellent. I'm glad you can feel that it's coming, but can you just stay happy and joyful and enjoy the moment without figuring it out?
Yes, yesterday I had the thought of how can I see the fun in everything around me and my job and my relationships. Sometimes it just all feels like it's obligation, and I'm like, okay, no, I need to make it into a game. How do I do that? And just enjoy
Well,
it.
first
It's
of
just a
all,
game.
I love the message you got. That was you in alignment. That was a perfect and beautiful message. And I also love that, this obligation energy, it sounds like you don't want it anymore. And I think that's wonderful. We change over time, and we have to kind of like change our boundaries. We have to reevaluate who we think we are and what we want and what's in our best interest. And sometimes that means we're not going to do a bunch of stuff for other people anymore. We're not going to give our work 120%. We're going to do, well, does this make me happy? So I think you got the perfect intuitive message. And then your job is, like what you said, to find those moments of happiness and bliss that sing to you.
Okay. So I'm on the right path.
Does that make sense? Yeah, you're on the
Yes,
right path. Absolutely.
it does. It's
Absolutely.
just my impatience, just I guess,
Yeah.
keeps me makes me a little
Well,
anxious. But I just
right. But that's the mind. A fun thing that you could do just to add to the mix, because you got a perfect message. I want you to honor it and cherish it and appreciate your insight, is to feel that whatever that thing is, not knowing what it is or how it's going to happen, because you love to be surprised that it's already happened. Can you be in that energy for a couple minutes a day of just like, wow, something really cool has shifted in my life and reorganized my way of being, and I'm delighted. I'm even happier than I thought I would ever be. That would be really fun, you know?
okay. That sounds like a
Okay.
plan.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Myra, for joining the
So,
show. Go
yeah,
ahead.
thank you, Myra. So I
Mhm.
just want to, because that first reading, first I think it's medical, then I realize it's about a relationship, but we can't really talk about it, right? Which is understandable. Everybody has, their own comfort level about having a public conversation with someone, right? So back to this kind of intuitive aspect, and I'll start with the body. When your body knows what you need to hear, see, or feel, it communicates in kindness and warmth. So, like when I'm reading someone's body, I'm not looking for scary stuff or where the problem is or even where stagnant energy is. That's not how I land into the energy of it. I look for where it's glowing, where it's happy, because that's where the body's communicating. That's where it's going to express information. The same is true for everything. And when I was, kind of reflecting on our first call today, I remembered, and I'm about to throw my ex-husband under the bus, but everybody else needs to recognize that every experience we have is good and positive for us, and they're there for us to learn. So try not to, bash him when I say what I'm about to say. So when I was getting a divorce, my lawyers highly recommended to me, and this is just an example of where we make things too hard or we want to be too nice or whatever, that I would have the child support taken out of his paycheck instead of him giving me a check, right, once a month. And I thought that was mean. I didn't think it was a good idea. He would have to pay like an extra $35 for the process. I didn't think it was a good idea. But after, being in public a few times, and he's late on the check and he's throwing it at me and calling me names, while we're at the sidelines of a soccer game, I'm like, oh, okay, they were right. I don't have to be too nice. I don't have to be too calm. I don't have to protect him. My lawyers knew what they were talking about because they'd done this many times with many different people. So sometimes we just have to stop being too nice, too kind, and listen to the people who actually have the experience in that area, right? And follow their advice instead of trying to control it ourselves or think that we know better. Because it was a lot nicer once I finally made that agreement, signed the document. We had one less thing to argue about in public or in front of our children, and it was better for everyone. So I'm just saying that sometimes when we're trying to control things, we're not in the joy, we're not in the happiness. That may seem like that's the nice thing, and it may give you a temporary reprieve from feeling guilty or that you're a bad person, but that's not the same thing as real, authentic letting go and flow and high energy. But that's not the same thing.
Well said.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our first break of the hour, and we'll take that right now. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
That was fast. Go get a paper. I'll be right back.
Manifesting techniques are extremely powerful and rewarding and actually work. But what makes them work better and faster is running your energy at a very high vibration. I will begin to teach a brand new course beginning on April 19th. This is an 8-week course at a much lower fee than my 12-week coaching courses. called Shift Your Vibration and Manifest. Well, you will learn incredible manifesting tools while you practice raising your vibration and allowing the things that you desire to come into your life effortlessly. This will be such a fun, fast-paced course that we will be delighted and inspired by all the wonderful things that people will create during this 8-week time period. You don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss it. I can't wait. Sign up now at energyintuitive.com.
It's time that you are heard, and I don't mean in just a conversation. I mean really heard. Imagine hosting your very own radio program on Alternative Talk 1150. Talk about being heard. Call 425-653-1150 right now to learn how affordable it can be to host your own radio show. Time slots are going fast, so take hold of this chance by dialing 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk. We have an opportunity waiting just for you.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in Seattle, and we're taking your calls, and we're talking about intuition. It's calm, it's always kind, and it's a little bit surprising. So those are the things you're looking for. When you're in anxiety and fear and, desperation kind of energy, that is not intuition. That's your logical mind. And your logical mind can have awarenesses and true facts about a situation. But if you have your intuition, if you're married to your insight and you're recognizing that when you're in fight or flight or your anxiety or fear, that is not the full picture. That's not the full answer. That's not, the universe didn't create you or the relationship it has with you to make you anxious. It created this relationship to have you be relaxed, even when you live in a physical reality that, has its contractual experiences. So remember, you hit the real insight when it's calm, when it's kind, and a little bit surprising. And here's for a little bit surprise. I'm going to actually be teaching something in person. Haven't done that in 3 years at East West Books, not till May, Friday, May 12th from 7 to 8:30. I'm going to teach a class, Learn to Manifest Through the Power of Self-Love. So go to my website, energyintuitive.com. You can register for this class, and it will be online too. So it'll be in person and online. It's going to be really fun. Be nice to see people's faces, in the real world.
Perfecto. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll now take, let's see here, Amy calling in from the Seattle area. Hi, Amy.
Hi, how are you both?
We are well.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm calling about what appeared to be a bug bite that I got on my left forearm about 1.5 years ago. And didn't realize it probably wasn't a bug bite until I got another one like a couple months ago. It was way itchier than a bug bite and had some pain at times and lasted much longer as well. And so I started getting one every couple months, and all of them were on my left forearm except for one time on my right forearm. And then this past December, I got one, and then a couple days later, another one, until I had 5 on my left forearm. So I went to my dermatologist, and they did a biopsy, and they looked at it under a microscope, and I thought they would do more, but they weren't able to figure anything out other than they noticed that it had like some blue fiber in it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I reached out to my naturopath, and she reached out to her colleagues, and because I've had Lyme before, they wondered if it was a co-infection. And so I'm trying to figure out the next steps. Do I do blood work? But of course, what's the energy component to this? And what is my intuition trying to tell me?
Right. Well, luckily, this is not something terrible. You went to the dermatologist, you had it checked out, you did all, I think people should go have checkups. I'm a proponent of it. And I don't care where they go, holistic or conventional, because a good holistic practitioner will refer their patients to a conventional doctor if they need that type of service. How good are you at letting go?
Not good.
Yeah, because that's what I just keep hearing: letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. I think because you freaked out when you saw this spot. Agreed?
I did when it didn't go away, and it definitely wasn't like, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is it a bed bug? I was like, yeah, I did freak out.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that. You've been to a dermatologist. They checked everything out. So can you let go right now? Can you just assume that what if you're irritated about something and the universe is trying to teach you to let go as well? And notice again that freaked out zone that you had, that's not intuition, right? That's
Right.
intuition is calm, it's
Okay.
relaxed, it's surprising a little bit.
Okay.
So do you think that you could just, first of all, kind of love whenever a dot shows up? Can you just love it and see how cute it is?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I think that would be lovely. And I love the fact that your being really wants to learn to let go, and the universe is helping you through something pretty benign and simple,
Right.
to help you to let go. So you get to fall in love with these cute little dots and contemplate the energy of letting go. And when you do that, you're going to calm down your nervous system, because it's hard to get intuition for anyone, myself included, if I'm stressed or anxious. In fact, I don't even try to get intuitive information when I'm anxious. I don't even try. Or if I'm angry,
Okay.
I don't. It's a waste of my time and energy. It's not worth it. It's not going to be meaningful. It's not going to be accurate.
That makes sense.
So doesn't that make sense? Makes it so much. It's like, oh, I only have a limited time today where I'm going to be able to calm myself down and ask intuitive questions.
Right. So just the basic, what if I let go, or is there anything more specific that I should be asking?
Yeah, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. What if I surrender to the divine and trust the multi-universe?
Okay, I love that. Perfect.
Because this has to do with trust. That's why people don't let go. They don't trust, right? They don't trust. And they may not be conscious of what it is that they don't trust. It could be about a past life, even.
Right.
It could be complicated. Yeah, I think it'll, yeah, thank you for going to the doctor, and thank you for getting, a checkup and all of that. But yeah, let's fall in love with these little dots and let's let go.
Thank you. That's super helpful. And yes, I do have some trust issues, so it all makes sense. So excellent.
Good.
Well,
Good.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you all for your time today.
You're
I really appreciate
welcome.
it. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Same to you.
Yeah, thanks, Amy, for joining the show. 877-825-8828. And now we'll take another Nicole, actually calling in from Oregon. So hi, Nicole. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for taking my call, Marie. I absolutely love you, and I've binged years of your show, so I appreciate your help.
Well, thank you. We love you too. And thank you for
so
listening.
Yeah,
We
binge all
truly
you want.
appreciate it.
Binge all you want.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm calling in. I called several months ago, late last year, about this just overwhelming fatigue I have. It often is so intense it feels like I have the flu, even when I don't. And you said I had a hole in the back of my heart chakra, and so I've been working on not over caring for people. I'm a single mom. I have a son who kind of needs a lot, but I'm wondering if I'm doing better with that, and if there's something else to it, like if it's adrenals or something else, because it is so debilitating.
Right. Well, and did you go to a naturopath too? Since you live in Oregon, you're gonna have a good selection of them.
I have. They can't find anything. There was a little bit of Epstein-Barr reactivation, not enough for her to think I should be feeling the way I do. Everything else looked kind of okay. Like some things, like my iron was a little low. She wanted me to eat more meat, which I don't eat a ton of meat. But none of that has seemed to really help.
Well, you barely have a leak in the back of your heart chakra, so you've done an excellent job. You've done an
Thank you.
excellent job in reducing your life force, which is quite remarkable. But even though your interpretation of your son is a lot, but being a single parent is a lot of work, it just is. You still need to have fun, and you still need to have your own life. And over nurturing kids is also not in their best interest.
Totally.
And I
Agreed.
just see you staring at him like he's the love of your life, and I'm so grateful. He's so lucky to have people, you in his life, that love him so dearly like that. But you need to go have fun. You need to have a life of your own where you're not just a mom and whatever else you do, that's not fun all the time for you, or you know what I mean, that's not so intense. You need to go play.
Yeah. I've been trying to do a little bit more of that.
Okay. And what if everything's okay? What if your body's okay? What if everything's all right? Can you be okay? Can you kind of take that energy in?
Yes. I mean, I do feel like I'm healthy. It's just, with working and getting through the house and the daily chores. And it's been hard not to get depressed when this long list of things, and a lot of stuff I want to do, even some of the fun social stuff I want to do, but I'm so exhausted.
So let's not vacuum as often as you do. Let's let the dishes pile up more. Let's let the laundry pile up. Maybe you can hire someone to come in once a month and do a little bit of work for you.
Okay.
Even a teenager to fold laundry.
Oh yeah, they love doing that.
Right? Yeah.
You got to pay them a
But
little
they
bit
will
though.
for
But that's
money.
fine. Yeah, that's what I just said. You got to pay them a little bit though.
Yeah. Maybe someone come do some yard. You need help. Everybody needs help, right?
Yeah.
And even though you're capable of doing it all, I think you need to stop.
Okay.
Doing it and let things be a mess. I see your list. Your list is pretty intense, and I think you're hard on yourself.
It is.
If
but
the
things
list
are pretty
isn't
much
checked.
a mess.
Good. I'm proud of you. So can you love the mess? Can you love it?
I will work on that. Yeah. And I'm kind of okay with it. It's when people stop in and you're like, oh, shoot.
They don't care. They don't care.
Nah.
They don't care. I promise you. I understand what you're saying, but they really don't care at all.
Okay.
And if they did, you don't want them in your life anyway. You want people who are just going to go, not even look at it, and just want to enjoy your company and hang out with you and your son, or cook a dinner together or whatever. Do you notice how your energy's changing as we're talking about this?
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you. You're giving me permission to let some things go, and that's helpful. So thank you.
Yeah, and let people help you. Let someone come help you if you can afford. Yeah, right. But we all need it, and I can relate. I understand your reasons behind it, because you're able-bodied. I can do this. I should do this. I'm good at it. I know how to clean the toilet, because I really like to clean bathrooms. Actually, I think because of the nurse in me, I can clean up. But now I have someone else do it for me. There's other things I'd rather do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for help and insight.
You're welcome. And great job. Great job.
Thanks, Marie.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes cleaning the bathroom can be therapeutic. I mean, in a way.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I see nothing wrong with that.
I get insight when I clean, because it's just this chore that you've done for so many years, and your body just knows how to do it, knows how much cleaning supply, knows how to do all of it. So you actually detach, or I do, we all probably, maybe when you're raking leaves or mowing the yard,
I love that. I got the visual as far as I'm worshiping the porcelain god.
Yeah, that is really true. That is really true.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take one more caller before our last break of the hour, and it's Caroline calling in from Seattle. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, how are you?
We're great.
What can I do for you?
Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Yes.
I'm taking your multi-sensory class with the shift, and I love it. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Such a fun class. Fun class.
It is. And I'm learning a lot. First, I'd love it if you could just do an energy read for me.
Yeah. I'm drawing it out as we speak.
And then my question is, I've followed Abraham Hicks and you for a long time, and trying to stay on that high energy disc constantly.
Yeah.
And it seems like you should actually have a timer set up every hour just to beep you and say, have you loved yourself today? I mean, I don't understand how you can stay on it through the whole day.
Well, I don't think anyone really can. I think that you kind of reach plateaus. Like you will continue to increase your vibration. It will keep moving up, and you can tell because your life just gets easier and better. And stuff that's supposed to be really bad isn't. Like maybe 5 years ago it would have knocked you to the curb, and you would have gone through some tumultuous kind of experience, but it didn't. So as you continue to do what you're doing, your body gets comfortable with that higher frequency, and you start to notice more quickly when your vibration drops, and you catch yourself faster. You go, oh, I'm dropping my vibration, and then you just naturally navigate towards the things that are going to increase your frequency and your vibration. And of course, those things are happiness, joy. Yesterday, I was in the office working, and my assistant only comes in a couple days a week. And I just realized I was so hungry. I was really hungry, and I just hadn't eaten enough. And I try to watch my carbs. I try not to eat a lot of carbohydrates, but I'm just like, my body really wants Canadian bacon and pineapple, like pronto. Like I want it now. And of course, Jen loves to eat.
Jen's shaking her head. She knows what she's like, yeah, I was there.
Yeah. And she goes, what do you want? I go, now. So she went and picked it up,
Crack the whip.
And so I think we just have to let go of some of our rules and listen to our bodies and what brings us to Canadian bacon. I almost make they don't make gluten-free pizzas in large, size. So I almost ate the entire 11-inch pizza in one sitting, but luckily I have a few pieces for lunch today. So do you see what I'm talking about?
Well, kind of, but I guess I feel like I'm doing that. And then I'm asking my what if questions, and I'm waiting to get an answer from myself, and I just don't feel it coming because I'm in a change in my life.
Because you're what in your life?
I'm just changing. I'm like maybe making a career change. I don't know yet. I'm just waiting for questions to get answered.
Okay, so when you ask questions, is also how you ask matters. Not be when is this coming? Why isn't this here? How come I don't know what's going on? All of those are low vibrational questions, because they're time related and they're desperate, like there's an impatience to it. So are you asking the question from a high vibrational perspective?
Yes, that's what I'm working on right now, and trying to do the what if, and not ask for like a yes and no answer.
So here's the way to ask a question, because you get to ask whatever you want and you can get answers about anything you desire, but you have to use the phrase, please express to me. First of all, I have to be in high energy. Can't be annoyed or frustrated or disappointed or mad. Can't be those things. Doesn't work. Your energy is too low. Please express to me whatever's in my highest good about a new career. And then you have to let go of the question. Go order that Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza. Eat it, or whatever makes you happy, because answers come when you're in the present moment, joyful expression. If you're waiting for them, they don't show up. You have to literally distract yourself. All psychics know this. All intuitives know this. And I'm talking about people who work in the field professionally. That's why they scribble, or like I look at chakras. We're always allowing something to distract us, whether it's metaphysical or physical, so that we can let the information to come in.
Okay, it just seems it seems difficult, and like it's time. It's not as quick as I want, I guess.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you, because you want things now, and that's kind of part of the human condition. We want things right now. That's why people don't go to holistic practitioners, because to really heal, and I'm not talking about you, but to really heal your adrenal glands, it could take a couple years of a lot of herbs before there's healing. Where we're so used to going to modern medicine, getting a pill or a shot or something, and then we're done with the problem, or we think we are. So could you love this part of yourself right now? Could you imagine yourself right now. I just want you to have a different perception of yourself. Imagine yourself perhaps as a kid who's learning how to read or learning how to spell words. And they haven't, they're just learning this for the first time. And they're a little annoyed and frustrated, but you, let's say, or the teacher knows that they're going to get this and is excited for them, loves watching them pronounce out words as they're reading the books that they read. I'm sorry, but my brain just keeps going to those cute Jack and Jill books. I'm in my 60s, so most people don't know what I'm talking about who may be listening. Could you just appreciate yourself right now? Like, wow, look at, that's just so cute that I'm getting a little annoyed, but I'm learning to ask the questions right. I'm learning to raise my vibration because it's all going to happen. But could you just love where you're at right now and find it adorable and precious?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, because when are we going to love ourselves? If we're waiting till everything's perfect, that's a really long wait. We have to love ourselves every single moment of the process.
Okay. Thank you. And did you get anything on my energy?
Oh, yeah. I drew out your energy. So you just have a couple pass-throughs in the third and second chakra, which is not a leak. You don't have a leak anywhere in your energy system, which is excellent. What I did notice when I drew out your third eye, I only drew the lines up and down versus back and forth as well. So what that means is I want you to be very kind and nurturing to yourself, because that could be what's missing in your intuitive experience. You have to be kind to yourself. Self-criticism is the opposite of intuition.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Caroline, for calling in from the Seattle area. 877-825-8828. We'll take our last break of the hour, and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
I'm okay. You're not okay. It's normal to have diarrhea and stomach pains. Sometimes, but not as often as you do. I've got this under control. No, you don't.
It's time to let that voice inside your head be heard. Urgent diarrhea and chronic stomach pain can be signs of Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation can help you learn more and even find a specialist. Don't keep your symptoms to yourself. Get help at spillyourguts.org.
Manifesting techniques are extremely powerful and rewarding and actually work. But what makes them work better and faster is running your energy at a very high vibration. I will begin to teach a brand new course beginning on April 19th. This is an 8-week course at a much lower fee than my 12-week coaching courses, called Shift Your Vibration and Manifest, where you will learn incredible manifesting tools while you practice raising your vibration and allowing the things that you desire to come into your life effortlessly. This will be such a fun, fast-paced course that we will be delighted and inspired by all the wonderful things that people will create during this 8-week time period. You don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss it. I can't wait. Sign up now at energyintuitive.com.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to Marie Manuchehri Show. We are live here just outside of Seattle. And just a reminder, we are going to Greece again this year, 2 amazing villas, both on the ocean. And all of our single rooms are sold out, but we have a handful of doubles still available. And if you don't have a friend to bring with you, we do and have successfully helped people get excellent roommates. Mediumship coaching begins April 3rd. If you really want to learn how to communicate to the other side, that would be a wonderful class for you. It's 12 weeks. We keep that number low at 30. Shift your vibration and manifest. If you really want to take a manifesting course, this one will be really fun, April 19th. And so I think I covered all my notes.
Perfect. And with the rooms, double rooms, sharing is caring. That's what matters, right?
Oh, yeah. Sharing is caring. Okay. Yes. Very fun.
877-825-8828 or energyintuitive.com for Marie's show information. And we will now take Amy Sue calling in from Seattle. Hi, Amy Sue.
Good morning.
Morning.
I was your last caller last time, but we ran out of time, and I asked Marie for a reading. I was told that I was leaking in my first, third, and seventh chakras. I reflected on what I was telling you and realized it really isn't because of divorce or death that happened many years ago. I processed all that. But what has happened recently is in October, I was in a car accident and I just was injured minorly with a hematoma that's still healing. But my neighbor had lent me the car, so it wasn't my car, and I felt horrible that it was totaled because the other guy had been speeding and totaled both cars. But he had another neighbor come to get me, and that neighbor, I was taking his children, a 7 and a 9-year-old, to school at least 2 or 3 days a week. Well, of course, they no longer want me taking the children, and I understand because of the situation that had occurred. They've been very supportive and kind, towards me. We still have our friendship. But then in November, I did a favor for a person on Whidbey Island, and there was the windstorm with 85 miles an hour, and I was looking out the window when I saw a tree coming towards the house. I thought I was going to get hit the ground, and I said to myself, either I'm a goner or all my bones are going to get broke. I was really lucky. It hit a barn before it hit the house, and there were 4 days without electricity. I walked through the trauma very well. 12 neighbors I didn't know. I was introducing them to one another. I made new friends. And then the next month in December, I went back out to help this lady with her property because she has goats. I had to learn how to milk. And
so what is your question exactly? I'd love to know what your question is.
So I think those 3 traumas, October, November, and December, I went back out and there was another storm, but I'm fine. I think that's maybe why I'm leaking. So if you could give me any insight, I feel like intuitionally I'm being told just to be quiet.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And I think it's time for you to, you like community, that's an important thing for you. But sometimes we just need to stop taking care of everybody, stop nurturing everyone, stop worrying about what they're thinking, and just, regroup with ourselves and spend time appreciating and valuing who we are. And that we don't have to be good or bad based on how we relate to others or how we care for others. I think it's just a time for you to just really spend time adoring and cherishing yourself exactly the way you are. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I think it is absolutely what I need to do. I agree. It's just been difficult for the past year. I've been getting that message, just be still, be quiet. And now all these things have happened where it's kind of put me in a situation where I would prefer just to be quiet. And I am going to go sit out and be in nature and just rest.
Great. Good insight. Congratulations for your great insight. I'm very happy for you.
And I delight in listening to you and Benny. Thank you for your
You're welcome. You're very, very welcome.
Pardon me?
Oh, you're
Yeah,
very
you're
welcome.
very welcome. It's
Yeah,
our
yeah.
pleasure.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
It's like a service or a mission that you're doing. Thank you.
It's just fun. This is why I think it's so important that people pay attention to joy, because if you pay attention to joy, you do things that are actually beneficial for others, but it's because it brings you so much personal happiness and pleasure. So that's how I look at it.
Yep.
It's just, right. It's been one of the funnest things that I've done in, the last 15 or so years. Yeah. So thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
Well,
I have one more thing I'd like to question.
Make it very
many
quickly, though, okay?
religions
Yeah.
say that this type of reading, and I feel that you're divine and God-centered, is prohibited. Can you address that? Because sometimes I just feel conflicted.
I don't really know how to address that because I don't believe in that. So I don't believe in fear. And so that teaching is a fear-based perspective. I do believe in choosing readers or doctors or lawyers or anyone that's going to help you in your life, to choose people who are happy and feel authentic and are honest. But I just don't believe in that perspective.
We
Okay.
appreciate the call, Amy Sue from Seattle. Now we'll take, I think we have time for one more, maybe two. We'll sneak in before the end of the show. Kelly from Ashland, Oregon. Hi, Kelly.
Good morning.
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 I feel so grateful that I got through. I am
Great.
also
What can I
taking
do
your
for you?
class and have received a ton of wonderful little tidbits from you, so I appreciate that. I'm so grateful I found you. I am curious to know a couple things. One is, what is my energy doing? What do my guides have to tell me? What is going on with my lower back? And a what if question, if I could please.
Well, you're right. You have a leak in your lower back, and a significant one too. So I feel like there's a chronic condition and an acute condition. So it's been going on for a while, or off and on for a while. The lower back is about doing too much for other people, which seems to be the theme of this show, quite frankly.
I noticed. Yes.
Yeah, right? And so is that true? Are you doing too much for others, or worrying about others, or trying to fix people? And it doesn't bring you joy, because you should only do that if it brings you joy.
Yeah. I've been raising kids for 26 years, and I made a commitment to do it differently than my mom did it. So I did put a lot into it, kind of put aside a lot of my own things to just try to do my best with that and really stay committed to that and make some positive changes. So yeah, I'm at the very end of it. I have an 18-year-old son who's going to college at the end of this year. So I will be an empty nester. So yeah, it'll be the end of that phase. And I am curious to know where I'm going next. But yeah, that does ring true, as well as some early trauma that I've been told might be held there. So that's what kind of prohibits me some of the time to feeling as much joy as I would like, or knowing how to really. So I just, even though I've been on a healing journey for a long time, I don't know if I've properly healed it.
Well, I think I think you've done a lot of inner work. I think you have a lot of awareness and consciousness, but you also have to stop being over nurturing, right? You have to what if the kids are fine? What if I've given my children everything that they need to be successful, happy, fulfilled, incredible beings? So you can start to let go.
I don't worry a lot.
I disagree, but I believe you. Yeah, I believe you, but I disagree.
Yeah.
You know? So could you do that kind of a what if question? What if I've done a great job with the kids and I can let go?
Okay.
And just see if that works. See if you notice a change. See if that starts to create some more happiness for you, and you start to do more independent, fun things for yourself. Just test it out, because you don't have to believe what I'm saying is true, and you certainly don't even have to do what I'm recommending. But try it for a couple of days and see if you notice a change in your frequency and your vibration.
Okay. Interesting. So just my second chakra is all you see.
Right. That's the only place there's a leak, and it is a large leak. So that means you're not really having a lot of joy for yourself. Maybe your joy historically has been, if everyone's okay, I can be happy.
My joy
and that
has
will
come
never
from other people. It's true. Watching
Yeah, that's not
play and watching my
but that's
puppies play and watching, like, that's where it's come from.
yeah, but that's not authentic joy. We can't have
Okay.
our joy from other people. It has to come from ourselves. It's a very independent, unique experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any practices that I could start with that could tap, like one of the other callers? I resonated with her a lot in terms of that, just kind of trying to figure out how to start with that piece. I do know that I need to be
I think
more
the what
creative.
if, yeah, I think the what if question will be really helpful, and move your hips, get more energy circulating in that lower back area, use a hula hoop if it's not painful, move your hips. Okay.
Okay.
And I have to go. Benny's playing the music. I'll see you in class next week. Thank you. Thank you everyone for calling in. Thank you, Benny and Jen, for all of your help. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.